Today, I want to talk about how Citadel has just been caught actually hiding our buy trades so they never hit the stock exchange and never impact the price of AMC. I also want to talk about how Citadel has not been reporting billions of trades under the new CAT system. So stay tuned and let's make some money. So let's dive straight in with the key information. So, Randall tweeted saying, alright, so I've been digging into some Citadel data from August regarding AMC, and honestly, it's kind of even more sketchy than July. He said, so basically for all of August 2024, Citadel handled millions of AMC shares, but guess what? They didn't route a single share or a single buy order to other exchanges and even to the stock exchange. He said, yep, you read that right. They keep all of the trades in-house and internalize every single purchased share. And he said, so here's what that means. So he said that means that 0 shares are routed outside of Citadel Securities to the stock exchange. Not a single share went to any of the public exchanges where there could be more competition. Google has said that internalization occurs when brokers execute their own client buy orders against their own sell orders, representing both sides of a trade without routing that trade to a central market. So basically, you buy a share and Citadel sells it to you. Citadel doesn't place that buy order in the market and wait for that buy order to be filled by somebody selling shares. They just sell you the share that you're buying without it even touching the stock market. Now you might say, well, Tom, surely Citadel must locate every single share they sell to us, or surely Citadel must hold a real share for every single share they sell to our buy order. And for that, I'd say, well, that's wishful thinking. So this is the data directly from Citadel's 605 report, specifically for AMC and specifically for trades in July versus August of 2024. So this data is actually published directly from Citadel. So the first one is this pie chart, which I think really shows the data in the most clear way. This pie chart is showing the number of shares that Citadel internalized or executed internally and the number of shares they routed directly to the market. So this teeny tiny, practically invisible blue sliver shows that 0.3% of all AMC buy orders were routed to the stock exchange, and the other 99.7% were executed internally. Again, this bar for both July and August, especially for August, shows that 4.86 million bought shares were executed internally, and that basically no shares were routed to the stock exchange. Citadel at this point is quite literally doing everything they can to ensure that not a single purchased share impacts the AMC price. And as the French AMC ape added, he said literally every so-called stock market conspiracy theory turned out to be true. And now Citadel is making retail buy orders completely useless. But Mike Investing has pointed out that FINRA has actually just charged Citadel Securities for failing to report tens of billions of equity and option order events to the audit trail, aka the CAT, Consolidated Audit Trail. FINRA have said from the start of its CAT reporting obligation from 2020 through to 2024, Citadel Securities failed to timely and/or accurately report data for tens of billions of order events. Before that, Citadel only received a $1.4 million fine, which is less than 1/10 of a cent per trade. At this point, it's clear as day to me that FINRA does absolutely nothing to punish Citadel for their crimes. Even when FINRA have literally caught Citadel not reporting billions of transactions, they're barely issuing them a fine at all. And on top of that, they completely allow Citadel to internalize every single share purchased and not even put it onto the stock exchange. But Just Dario has also posted this article about mounting signs of liquidity problems among large US and UK banks. All Citadel is doing is delaying the inevitable, especially with more banks around the world, not just in the US, but even in the UK as well, on the edge of a collapse. He said for the first time since the 2020 pandemic, we saw a different Fed standing repo facility being tapped for a significant size of over a few $billion. On top of that, the UK has also implemented their own emergency lending facility for non-banks, which was just approved on the 23rd of July. Obviously, the Fed has a number of different repo, reverse repo, and standing facilities available for these banks to borrow from in an emergency, but it seems even the Bank of England is implementing the exact same scenario or the exact same facilities for UK banks and non-banks as well, suggesting that even the Bank of England is expecting many of these banks, non-banks, hedge funds and institutions to need desperate access to cash in the near future. Also guys, I wanted to talk about the new YouTube channel I've just started. Now if you're only interested in AMC content, please skip ahead to later in the video, as there won't be any AMC related videos on the new channel. But if you are interested in investing and trading other stocks and making money on the side, maybe to put back into the mother of all short squeezes and learning the skills and tools you need to quit your 9-to-5 job and trade full time, be sure to check out some of these videos on the new YouTube channel. You've seen the testimonials, the profit screenshots, and the trades I mention every video, and over 500 of you have already joined the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group. But maybe you want to know more about the trades I take, how I take them, and why I take them, and the trades that I don't take and why before you join the group. Well, on this new channel, I'll be going through all of the stocks I'm watching, the stocks I'm trading, the stocks I'm not trading, and why every single day. And I'll also be making more educational videos on different types of indicators, when to buy, when to sell, different trading strategies, and more. So if you are interested in day trading, if you're interested in trading other stocks, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the new channel and watch the videos. But if you're only interested in AMC content, just ignore this and skip ahead because there won't be any AMC videos on the new channel. But obviously, if you're thinking about joining the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group, or you've already joined, or you want to know more about day trading, I'll leave the link to the new channel in the description below. On top of that, in my previous video, I touched on Warren Buffett selling tons and tons of Bank of America shares. But just Dario has pointed out something very, very interesting about Warren Buffett's ownership. Right now, he is or was still a 10% shareholder in Bank of America. That means every single buy and sell transaction has to be reported to the public eye for everyone to see. But as soon as he falls under that 10% ownership, which at the moment he's at 10.01% ownership, as soon as he falls under that 10%, he doesn't have to report any sale transactions and therefore is likely going to cut his stake faster and faster. Just Dario has said that he doesn't expect any major collapses or any major bailouts to happen before the elections because it would disastrously impact re-election plans. And therefore he said the SEC and the Fed won't take any action and there won't be any 2008 Lehman-style collapses until at least after the elections. It's likely the SEC and the Fed won't even address any of the current issues or the current problems to avoid spiking fear. So it will be very interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks and more importantly, what happens after the elections and just how fast everything comes crashing down. Now finally for today, I also wanted to talk about this tweet from Colin and what's just been seen in the GameStop orders chain. So Colin tweeted saying, companies like Hindenburg get to load Roblox puts, release short reports, and make millions of dollars bashing a stock and even taking positions before they bash that stock, and that's all fine according to the SEC. But when Roaring Kitty loads some GameStop calls, releases a few memes and tweets a few times, the same people, the same SEC, want to drag him before Congress and accuse him of market manipulation. He's pointing out how ridiculous it is that these short hedge funds are allowed to publicly load a short position and then bash a stock and then sell that short position, making millions. But yet an individual retail investor isn't allowed to post a couple of tweets because that's market manipulation. But regardless of that, on that note, Mike has tweeted saying in the past week there's been over 65 total orders of 5,000 share blocks, which equates to over 325,000 GameStop shares in total. Saying this could potentially be Roaring Kitty loading millions into GameStop ahead of its next major rally. This is what Roaring Kitty did last time back in May, June and July, loading up on 5,000 shares at a time, all in fairly close timeframes. And it's happening right now again on the 4th of October. Tons and tons of 5,000 share blocks are being purchased all at once. Guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.